Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Look at Streets of Rogue. Streets of Rogue is a co-op beat-em-up roguelite that almost has like levels that are reminiscent of cities in games like Deus Ex. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you know when you go into like a town in a Deus Ex or in an Elder Scrolls game or something like, or in Fallout, and people there are relatively neutral to you, and then the way that you interact with them and the way that you choose to accomplish your objectives colors the way that they interact with you in the future. That's sort of what happens here. It's a roguelike with RPG elements, but not just in the sense that you level, pardon me, that you level up, although that as well. It's developed by Matt Dabrowski, as you can see on the right side there, published by Tiny Build, came out in early access this Friday. This is a review copy provided by Tiny Build, and I played about an hour of it so far, and I played it. One of the hooks of the game that's most interesting is that it actually has online co-op, and Nick and Austin and I played it for an hour on the NLSS, and it worked nicely, although there was a little bit of, like lag correction that went on, but apart from that, that's definitely the hook that you've got here. It's $15, we're going to start up a game, and we're just going to go quick start with one player, and it's not the sort of game that necessarily shines its brightest in single player content, but we're going to do our best to show it off regardless here. And there is music, as you can see. So when you start the game, you get the choice of being a few different kinds of characters, and you can unlock these characters by doing things throughout the game. For example, if you drink 10 alcoholic beverages, you get the bartender, and they'll have different attributes as well. Like, for example, if you start as the slum dweller, you get lots of extra HP, you're the jack of all trades, so you can customize yourself more when you level up, and a random stat gains a point every other level up, starting with level 2, and you start with some whiskey. But you could also be, for example, is this the hacker? This is the thief. Where's the hacker? Hacker. You start with the laptop, which allows you to remotely hack any computer like the lead hacksaw you are, but your knockback is increased, so because you're a skinny nerdlinger, of course. One class that Austin started with a lot was the soldier. They start with a machine gun and like lots of bullets and stuff like that, which is really good, but we're going to be the hacker here just to show you a little bit more of what can happen in this situation. So the floors generate. I'm going to do my best. The game moves pretty fast. I'm going to do my best to explain just what the heck's going on here. So we spawn into a city. Keep in mind this is all probably work in progress. I mean, I played this for the first time at PAX Prime last year. But it's come a long way, but it's still in its alpha build, as you can see down there in the bottom left. So we have a map here, and this gives us our objectives on this floor. The big quest, I'm assuming, is going to be like the main story loop of the game, or main story quest of the game, rather. But you can see if we look on our map here that we have some objectives. So we got to operate all these switches. We got to retrieve this dossier from a safe. And then oftentimes there will also be like neutralize, which is just kill an enemy, and then up here there might be like escort, which usually you free someone from a prison and then escort them to the start of the level. So let's start with retrieve, for example. Things move pretty fast in this game, so I think this is our retrieve objective up here. So it's a totally like living, semi-breathing world. Like, for example, there's stuff in here. If maybe I wanted to get this gun, I could create a situation in which that's plausible and maybe gain access to this chest as well. By the way, that purple stuff that you see right there is the it's the vision range of the camera. So I'm just gonna hold left trigger here, and this allows me to actually hack things. So I'm gonna start hacking the security camera. Obviously, this dude's like, "What's up with that?" And he's gonna leave, and then we can just turn it off. Okay, so with that off now, we don't have to worry about the camera detecting us, but we still might want to worry about this guy with the gun. Now, is this door? No, it's unhackable. Chest is unhackable. Bed is unhackable. Gas vent is unhackable, and there's nothing over here that we could put a vent in. So I'm gonna open this door. There is a little bit of a stealth element here as well. By the way, I have two abilities mapped to my D-pad right now. Up is a time bomb, which just explodes. And then left is a holographic thing that will like suck aggro from other enemies. All right, so we've gotten around him here. Get into the chest. We stole something, and we're gonna leave. Now, we could have done that in a completely different fashion if we'd been another character. For example, if we had been the soldier, we might have just walked in there and shot him in the face and then taken his gun. Here, we're not actually getting his gun, but we got whatever it was that he gave us there. Translator. Translates gorilla speak into any language except for one, the language of love. Normally, the gorilla is a class in the game that can get other gorillas to join it, and you have kind of like a Pikmin thing going on, but they can't speak. This would allow a gorilla to speak, I guess, and get the advantage there, because you can speak to NPCs in the game and gain information that way. So this is what we have to retrieve. It's in that safe right there. Hopefully that gave you some indication of what's going on here. We have an office drone. We can hack the safe, I think, and that's not going to aggro anybody. The hacker, by the way, seems very powerful if you want to do, like, non-aggro style objectives here. So we have hacked that, and now that safe is open. We don't need a key. And what happens if we hack this sell-o-matic thing right here? Let's see. This guy's obviously very confused. Increase selling prices. So that means now we can sell stuff that I guess will give us more money than it would have before. What the? Okay, so he's aggroed me. He's obviously pissed. This is going to change the timbre of the situation. Oh my god, he's kicking the shit out of me. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's just go in here and we'll, we should have hacked the security camera. Hopefully there's no turret. There is no turret. The door is going to be locked, unfortunately. Yeah, I have no way to open it, and we can't hack it open. So we're going to have to kill that dude, I think, and take his key. But for now, let's hack this freaking security camera and just turn it off. And then try to kick the crap out of this guy. Just using the right trigger to punch him in the face. And I think we got him. There we go. Okay, so we got his key. We are lower on health, but hopefully we'll be able to work through that. And we'll use our key. Now, if the police had seen that, they would aggro us, by the way. Mission complete, and we get the ammo stealer. I don't know what that actually is. Teleports the ammunition from a person's projectile weapon into the projectile weapon that you're carrying. Oh, so we could just steal someone's ammo from afar. That's kind of cool. There's no body hiding or anything like that, by the way, but what I was going to say is if the police saw that we did something there, they would obviously be displeased about that, and they would aggro to us as well. But it is completely plausible to just walk through and run and gun and kill everybody. I wouldn't dispute that. So I'm going to hide in this alley, and I'm going to try to hack this computer, and then we should be able to release gas that poisons everybody. Like, yeah, turn off security system, and then release gas. And then these guys will get poisoned in here, and they will slowly start to die, making it easier for us to kill them and get our objective later. We can't read their email, though. That would be rude. We could also open trapdoors, I guess, and maybe they'll have a chance to fall in there. But they... Oh, they totally know that I did that. Okay. So I'm going to lay down this thing right here, which is just going to suck up their aggro. That was the holographic dude. I guess maybe we appeared to be a hacker. And as a result, they know that it's us. So we're lucky, by the way. We turned off this turret here that otherwise would have shot us when we hacked into the system. Can we hack a generator? We can't hack a generator. So this guy's in here, but he's almost dead because of the fact that we caused him to get poisoned. So we're going to try to kill him. It's not going very well right now. This guy's like, whatever he's doing with his sword is making him like nearly unkillable. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Okay, we punched him in the back. It's actually great because we got a knife out of the situation. Now, he is not going to be too happy with us, but I think we've done enough damage that we can probably kill him as well. Oh, jeez. By the way, if we level up, our knife broke. If we level up, we'll get full HP. So, there we go. We got a baseball bat. How much HP does that have? 29. If we level up, we'll get full HP. So all we need to do is actually probably complete this objective, and then we'll get back to full HP when we go down to the next floor. Your objective on any given floor, free item voucher. Ooh. Your objective on any given floor is just to complete the objectives that you're given, but we could also spend more time here if we wanted to, just like in a game like The Binding of Isaac, for example. And can we hack the air filtration? No. We can hack the goodie dispenser, though. Although the bartender's not going to be too happy about that. Lower prices. And in doing this, what this allows us to do is, you know, pick up more goods that we can use in the future. So hopefully this guy's not going to be mad at us, but he might be. Buy a mystery item for 45, which we actually cannot afford. Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. I don't really want to hurt you, because it could just aggro more people. But you know what? I do see that you have a chest in your bar. I would like... Oh, we broke the baseball bat. I would like for you to provide me with this key Oh, we also got a beer can. And then we can hack in here, and by hack I mean literally use a key, really the earliest form of hacking. We can take a tranquilizer gun, a silent gun that places a tiny unnoticeable dart in your enemies. 10 seconds later it's nap time, and a silencer. So this is actually another cool mechanic. We found a silencer, let's apply that to, oh, they won't let us do it on the tranq gun. If we got a pistol we could apply the silencer, and obviously that gives us like extra stealth that we can use in the future here. So really, I will say that the first time you look at Streets of Rogue, you kind of look at it and you're like, it's not, I mean, I don't mean this to be insulting, but it's not the most visually interesting looking game. Like, when you look at this, it's not like it's not a Clay game or something like that. I mean, it looks like a step above programmer art, and I mean that as a genuine compliment, to be honest with you. Let's go sell some stuff we don't want here. Like, we don't want this gorilla translator. Everything else we'll keep for now. But the sheer variety in what happens throughout the game and how your run differs depending on the stuff that you manage to find makes it a really, really varied experience. Now, you can choose to play this, and the way that we played this more on the NLSS was to basically just run and gun and kick the shit out of every enemy and like run in and just bash the crap out of whoever was in our way, take our objectives and go, and that totally works as well. But I kind of prefer taking the more, you know, stealthy, sneaky approach here, and I've had a rewarding time doing so. Now, the principal weakness of the game is that it's still a work in progress, and there's only like 6 floors, I think, and if you finish the 6th floor, you just automatically die, and it goes, thanks for playing. But I think it's a really good base for a game in the future, especially because the online, you know, don't quote me on this necessarily, but in my anecdotal experience, it works. I have seen some Steam reviews that say, you know, there's lag and lag correction that teleports people all across the map. We did see some teleporting when we played, but as far as, like, by indie game standards, it seemed to work really well, actually, relative to a lot of games, which, you know, I don't want to call it the Nidhogg principle or something, but, you know, we have online, but it doesn't work. It seems to work in this. Everyone you kill gets gibbed, or jibbed. Your doing something bar fills much more quickly, so this is actually useful as a hacker, or enemies are more likely to turn away during battle. Let's go for Nimble Fingers, which gives us a better chance of, well, it makes our hacking faster. The other thing that is, I guess, a principal weakness of the game to some extent, let me look at the law of the land sign here first. If we didn't see it, it didn't happen. If it's out of our jurisdiction, we're not dealing with it. No fighting unless you're protecting your property. No breaking. No stealing, no tampering. Okay, so that indicates the rules of which the police will aggro you. Free the slave. Being a slave is not ideal. So we've got to kill the slave masters, I assume. We can do that easily. But the other thing I was going to say as a weakness here is the fact that as like a hacker, for example, my objectives, or the way that I accomplish most of my objectives is very obvious. I don't know if these guys are going to see me do this, but I'm going to place a time bomb right here. So clearly they have seen me do this. That time bomb is going to explode in like 3 seconds and lag things up a little bit. The idea was that maybe that would have allowed us to kill them without them noticing, but they definitely saw it and aggroed. Okay, so let's go, let's take out the tranquilizer gun. See if we can do things this way. Okay, I'll tell you what, then we'll just kick the crap out of them. Do we not have a baseball bat? We're still just on full-on, like, fist territory? Oh, shit. He's dead, though, or knocked out, at least. If you hit them twice, is that what does it? Oh, no, they just fall asleep after 10 seconds. I get it. Okay, so we freed the slave there. We're gonna pick up these axes. We're gonna pick up the money. We completed our mission. Get the axe equipped for now. And then just kill them. So they don't come back to life and hurt us. Okay, that was cool. What are our other objectives here? Rescue, like a doctor, and neutralize another doctor. I don't know what they've done to anger us here, but we should save our tranq guns and maybe use them to, what's going on there? Should save our tranq guns and maybe use them to take out enemies that guard things that are possibly valuable for us. So this lady's got to get neutralized. What are we going to do about that? Maybe there's something we can hack. So we hack this ammo dispenser to reduce its prices. Why not hack it is kind of my concept there. Oh, the boss ran away. Well, she's got to come back. Excuse me. Everyone's getting in a fight. The police aggroed the person who was onto us. Okay, you know what? We're just going to set an aggro puller and a time bomb, And then we're going to blow up all these people that are staying in this general area. We're also going to get our axe equipped again quickly here, because shit might pop off in a second. Alright, so... that guy just lost his pistol because he's used all his pistol ammo. Maybe we'll just lay low here for a minute. These guys are obviously, like, all on the same side. There's a lot of loot here, though, so what if we... come out with our tranquilizer? He's not gonna catch me. So we'll just kite him until he runs out of, you know, living space. There we go, he's down. We can grab his gun. I am gonna kill him. Steal his banana, steal his pistol. There's no ammo, but we did hack the ammo dispenser to get lower prices. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna, how much, 20 health? Eat that. We're almost back to full health here. And then so much good stuff over here. No, don't tap on the window. Like, if that lady's gonna go, she's just gonna go, you know? Alright, take the money. We're cool here, right? Get out of here, she says. Get out of here! Okay, I'll get out of here. You got me. What about our neutralized target? Did they get killed? It appears that they did not get killed. But they are... oh, she's just in here. So we should just be able to honestly walk in and kill her at this point. These guys are all just living their lives. I'll tell you what, here's what you do first. Tap on the window. Distract that guy. We didn't need to distract that guy, apparently. And let's do things, you know, by the book here. We know she's going down. Just gotta kite her for a little bit. And the easiest neutralizing of my life. Dude, the tranquilizer gun is so fucking good. So we leveled up. We don't need to kill her this time. We get a ham sandwich. Got full HP. Grab your sword again. And let's see, is there anything worth looting in here to make us even stronger? In a way, you know, looting... refill our tranq gun. Absolutely, dude. And we refilled our pistol as well, so now we have a gun here. In a way, it's a little bit overkill to, like, really care about how things are going right now, because we're probably going to fairly easily make it through this world to begin with. But we do encounter dynamic levels as we play more. And I'm kind of, like, I'm not sure how to feel about those right now, because some levels you just land and then, like, infinity bombs spawn and just mess with your life, right? On some levels, a bunch of robots show up, or a single robot shows up, I should say, and just kills you, or tries to kill you if he finds you. Oh, the police saw us! Hacking is illegal. Stop, criminal scum. So I think I'm going to try to fight off the police here. 5 damage. That's what happens when you only give the police batons in a cruel universe. Sometimes enemies will run away from you, by the way, once you've demonstrated that you are a stronger being. So we used a lot of ammo there. I don't want to cause problems. I just want to... this guy apparently didn't see anything. I just want to hack. So, release gas and turn off security system. Yeah, just release the gas, that's fine. These guys will just walk out. He might be... that guy's on me. These guys are on me. We still have a time bomb. I'd prefer not to use it, though. So these guys are now almost dead. We have to, like, operate a button or, like, steal some of the documents from in here. I can't remember. Alright, we're in. Easy money. See, the idea here is that we've opened the gas vents, I should say, and we've poisoned most of the enemies, so they're almost dead, which makes it very easy for us. Oh, this is an escort mission. All right, so we got to take you to the level entrance. I'm just gonna be honest, the police are not gonna be happy with us, so we might have some heat on our backs along the way. The other thing worth noting is that the novelty I expect does wear off past a certain point. Where you're like, yeah, you know, you can accomplish anything any way that you please, but mostly you are, you know, hacking the vent. Let's go, buddy. Hacking the vent, you know, causing it to release poison gas, and just doing that over and over and over. But that's only an appropriate style for handling things with a, you know, a specific character type in the game, or any character that has a laptop or at least some kind of hacking skill. And the novelty isn't really worn off this early for me yet. And the emerging gameplay is, like, surprisingly there. And that might sound like a backhanded compliment, but I don't mean it that way. So we're going to heal up to max because we can. And then we're going to get out of this floor. I feel like we have done relatively well for ourselves here. And honestly, this is a great run to show off what can make Streets of Rogue so special. And I worried that on the show a little bit, you know, when you got friends together, it gets a little chaotic. So somebody walks in. Ooh, we can loot the trash can for bananas. Somebody walks in and, like, hits the wrong button, punches somebody in the face, you know. Ooh, what did we get there? It's a hacking tool. Single-use device that will hack into any computer remotely. Well, we don't need that because we have the reusable laptop, but, you know, they cause a problem and all of a sudden you're just, like, you know, running and gunning. But there actually is a lot more depth to the system than that. Easier to knock people through walls, enemies have more difficulty aiming at you, or drug a lug, all syringes are identified. I think we should try that. There's another cool mechanic that you can have. You find syringes throughout the game. You know, it's kind of a slummy, underworld sort of situation. Periodic radiation blasts. Get indoors. Okay, so we want to find areas of relative safety. Because if we don't have those, we're going to be hit by something that maybe will poison us. I don't know. I've never had this before. I just want to see what happens. Okay. Every 15 seconds. That's a little crazy. All right, so this guy we gotta kill. So I'm thinking you just trank him right off the bat. But yeah, you'll find syringes. And the idea is we can use those syringes. We can use them on ourselves to see what happens. But we can also just put our syringes into, like, the air filtration vent outside of a building, and then it'll give that effect to all the enemies that we face. So, like, if the syringe gives you poison, then it's a good thing that you use it against the enemies. If the syringe gives you invincibility, you're not going to be so stoked about that because you've just made all of these enemies invincible. All right. So this is one of those themed levels that I was talking about where, you know, bombs fall from the ceiling or you get, like, a scary robot that chases you or something along those lines. But this one instead just has a radiation blast every 15 seconds. So first things first, I got to take this dude back to the level entrance. We are going to get hit by this radiation blast, I think. We got 3 lockpicks, though. So I'm hopeful that this is just damage. Yeah, 20 damage, though. That's no joke. Okay. We do have a banana we can eat. That's 10 HP healed. See if there's anything else that could, oh, fuck. I stepped onto a trap. At least we're inside. Lasts for 5 more seconds. Oh, we can still move if we cheat the system, though. Okay, is there anything else in here that could be good for us? Like, what is this? Let's hack this computer, see what we can get out of it. Turn off security system. All right, well, I mean, that at least allows us to leave. Are we cool to walk in here? What's up, buddy? Hello. Are we cool? Hawaiian Shirt Day is coming up. I can't wait. We need to find a way to get inside of these buildings. Otherwise, people are not going to be too happy. And by people, I mean radiation. Okay, so we want to... Oh, this guy's going to be mad. Trank gun. Trank gun. Get away from me, please. Get away from me, please. Okay, we're inside and we've killed everybody. So I would have preferred for that to not have happened, but I didn't leave myself much of an option the way I did things, so... We're still at 45 HP, that's not that bad. Let's take out our axe, murder these guys to buy ourselves some time. Sorry, scientists, like, I mean, you really did it to yourselves. Take this key. You gotta operate this button, which we've already done. Let's take some time to hack into this computer. And turn off security system. Hey, what's... Oh, it's a gorilla! If you free the gorilla, sometimes they join you. This guy, I guess, just gives us experience, but that's okay. And we have the option to sell something as well, but honestly, for the purposes of this video, I don't think we have to. Sorry, the gorilla is so fucked thanks to the radiation. All right, so all we gotta do is get to the elevator. Check this out. I'm gonna try something new. So I'm gonna place this time bomb right here, and I'm gonna see if we can use that to kind of like do our own dynamic little bank heist sort of situation. I blew myself up. I stood too close to the time bomb. Oh, you see, what I was trying to do was go to that wall, blow it up, steal something from the chest, and then go to the elevator. But that's a fitting time for this to end, honestly. I think we've done a pretty good job of showing off what's fun about Streets of Rogue in the moment. Is it worth picking up for 15 bucks? If you're playing solo, I think that the novelty might wear off a little quickly for now relative to how many floors are actually in the game. But if you have friends that'll pick it up with you, I think that there's a lot of fun to be had online with this, to be honest with you. And it's still, like, it's early-ish in development. It needs a lot of polish for sure to get to the point where it actually becomes a full-fledged release. But as far as early access goes, this is relatively early access done right. Hold on. Oh, I didn't actually realize you save some currency that you can use later to get some... well, I mean, there's the tutorial, of course, but some currency that you can use later to kind of start your run off better. Like, if I go back to this guy, I could start with, like, a silencer, for example, and a boombox, or I guess you can only choose one. And then we'll go into the game with it. What about rewards? Unlock rewards. Oh, cool. These items will appear as rewards when you complete missions or when choosing a loadout. Let's just unlock a bunch of them, given the currency that I've gotten for myself so far. And we have 2 potatoes left. What do you got for me in traits? Increase crit chance, lasers ignore you. There you go, sick. That's cool, though. Anyway, Streets of Rogue. There's still a lot for me to learn. There's still a lot to be done on the game as well, but as far as early access goes, this is definitely in a position where it's certainly playable, and online we had a lot of fun with it. So Streets of Rogue gets a tentative thumbs up from me, and even here, just in the single player, admittedly, it benefited from me, sort of, except for the whole time bomb thing, knowing what I'm doing. If you go in and you don't have the self-discipline, not that I'm some kind of, paragon of virtue there, and you just go, I'm gonna, shoot you in the face, I do think it's less fun, but it might be more fun for you. I prefer the kind of sneaking around sort of style here that we've got going on, but it's a cool mix of, like, choose your own adventure as far as, stealth, combat, and other ancillary abilities are concerned. For now, thanks for watching. Again, you can pick it up on Steam if you're interested. It's 15 bucks American in its early access state right now. The link is in the video description below. Again, I was provided a review copy. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.